Hey, this is Anna Uptain. I'm here today to show you how you can learn to play the guitar almost instantly using a shortcut capo. So if you've got the music, we're going to work on that in a minute if you downloaded it earlier. If you didn't, I'm going to take you back here in just a little bit and tell you where you can go download this music from. So let's get started. And I'm going to show you a couple things before we get started, and we're going to tune up. First thing you're going to need is a shortcut capo. Now let me get this over here where you can see it. So this, if you notice, let me show you a regular capo. These are Kaiser capos. I like these just because they're easy to squeeze, but you can also get shub capos, which are a little easier to use. So if you have trouble squeezing the levers, the shubs just clamp on to the guitar neck. This is a regular capo, and if you look, let me flip this around where you can see. If you look at the regular capo compared to the shortcut capo, you'll see that this one is a little shorter here. It's been chopped off. And this one will cover, this is a regular capo, it will cover the complete guitar neck. Whereas this one will only cover 3 of the 6 strings. So, I'm going to show you a trick you can use too. But let's get started real quick. Let's go in and get you tuned up. We're going to tune to an E. Here's your E. This is your bass strings, number 6, E. Here is your 5th string, A. Here is number 4 string, D. Alright, here is your 3rd string, G, sorry, G. G is in good. Here is your 2nd string, B as in boy. And here is your 1st string, or your highest string on your guitar, E. Okay, now that we've got it all tuned up, you're going to take your shortcut capo, which is this one right here, that's got the little nub right here. You're going to take this capo and you're going to put it on the 2nd fret. Now if you're not familiar, this is the nut of your guitar. These little gold lines or silver lines are called frets. We start counting, and they're kind of like counting boxes. So we'll count, here would be the 1st fret, this would be the 2nd fret. 3rd, and if you notice, 3rd has a dot in it. 4th, 5th has a dot in it. 6th, 7th has a dot, and on and on and on up to 12. Alright, now, if you take your capo, you're going to squeeze it, and it's going to go right next to that 2nd fret. Now your little pad right here on your capo should be touching the 3, 4, 5 string. Okay? Alright, so if you strum everything, it's going to sound like this. Okay. Now, if you've got your music out, quick pick guitar with the shortcut partial capo. Now, let me show you something real quick too before we go on. Now you can purchase these at your local music store, online, Amazon, different places like that. But if you don't have one of these, but you already have one of these, a lot of people when they buy guitars, sometimes they'll go on and get these capos. These capos can be used too. Instead of putting them on this way with the rubber part up here on the neck, we're going to turn it over so that just this clear rubber part, and again we're going to put it on the 2nd fret, and you're going to make sure that clear rubber is just touching the 3, 4, and 5 string. Okay? want this one to be open. Alright, sounds the same. So you can kind of cheat if you don't want to purchase a shortcut capo and you already have a regular Kaiser capo. You can do it this way. Alright, I'm going to go back to the shortcut capo just because it's just a little easier for me to, and I know it's going to be right where I need it. Alright, now if you have downloaded your quick pick guitar with shortcut or partial capo music, we're going to get started. Now the coolest thing about this is you only have to use one finger with this capo in this position, in this particular place on the 2nd fret. We're going to use on our left hand, we're going to call this thumb 1, 2, 3, 4. The thumb is going to stay on the back of the neck back here. You're probably not going to see it on yours because you need it to push. Then we're going to use our 2nd finger and we're going to put it on the 3rd string. So we're going to start counting 1, 2, 3. We're going to use that 3rd string right there. And we're going to put that finger real close to that 4th fret. And we're going to count at the 4th fret. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We could count at 2 also if we want to start counting from the capo. We'll call it 4 for right now. Alright, if you put your finger there, you're going to be playing the chord E. Now you can't have your finger touching anything else. You're going to have to play it right on the very tip of it, almost up under that fingernail. Okay, that's your E. Now, if you move it over this way to the 4th string, same place, you just scooted it up and over towards you. Now you have the B7 chord. B7 as in boy 7. B7. Now, if you move it over one more to the 5th string, now you have an A chord. Okay? So you have E, B7, and A. Alright, now I know this is going to take a little getting used to, so E is on the 3rd string, B7 is on the 4th string, A is on the 5th string, and back to the 3rd string. Alright, I just want you to do a downstroke down here with your right hand. So we're going to go 8 counts on E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now move it across or over, up to the 4th string. Now you have B7. 6, 7, 8. One more and you have A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to E, which is on the 3rd string. I apologize if I called that wrong a while ago. So E, 2, 3, 4, scoot it up to the next string, 4th string, B7, 2, 3, 4, scoot it up to the 5th string, A, 2, 3, 4, and bring it back to the 3rd string, 4, and E, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now if you're looking, I'm just going to kind of breeze through these songs and just do one verse of them so you'll kind of get the hang if you don't know them. So if you're looking at the very first song under those chord charts, now if you're looking at those chord charts and trying to figure out, okay, how do I read these chord charts? That chord chart is just like you're looking at the guitar like this. So this top line that's dark at the top, right under the letter, is the nut. Each one of the lines going horizontally are the frets. The up and down lines are your strings, and you're going to start counting 1 with the small string over here on the edge with the high string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if you notice, I've got a line across the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings, that's where your capo is laying. These strings over here on the edge, the 2 and 1 and 2, and the 6th string don't have any capo on them. And then the dots represent where you put your fingers and on what string. Okay? Alright, let's get started with Ain't Gonna Rain No More. Again, we're going to use our 2nd finger, starting on E. Here we go. It ain't gonna rain no more. It ain't gonna rain. B7, move it over 1 more. How in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? Back to the E. Again. It ain't gonna rain no more. It ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? Okay, now that one has a couple more verses, but I'm gonna let you figure those out. I sang the first verse, the next 2 are just the same. Now if you'll move on over, you have Down in the Valley. Now this is 3/4 time or waltz time. Instead of strumming 4 strums, we're just going to strum 3. And if you look through that song, you're going to see all it is an E and a B7. Alright, here we go. Put your E down on the 3rd string. Down in the valley, valley so low. Scooted it over to the B7. Hang your head over. Hear the, back to E, wind blow. Hear the wind blow, love. Hear the wind blow. Hang your head over. Hear the wind blow. There you go. Now there are 2 more verses to that, and I'm going to leave you to that. Alright, how many biscuits can you eat? We're going to start on the E. Again, I'm just going to do the first verse, starting on the 3rd string. How many biscuits can you eat this morning? This morning. How many biscuits can you eat? Going to B7 on the 4th string. This evening. This evening. Back to the E. How many biscuits can you eat? Now jump over to the 5th string for the A chord. 49 and a ham of meat. Back to the E on the 3rd string. This morning, B7. This evening. Back to E, right now. There you go. Alright. Again, there are 2 verses to that. You can play that one verse over and over, or you can just go on down and play the 2nd verse with that. This time we're going to do Bury Me Beneath the Willow. I'm going to sing the first part, Bury Me Beneath the Willow Under the Weeping Willow Tree, and I'm going to sing My Heart is Sad. That's that first verse. They're the same chord progression and the same tune, but I'm going to sing them both for you. We're going to start on E. Now this one we're going to have to do a little skipping over to the A, so we're going to have to skip a string and run over here to the 5th string. Alright, here we go. Bury me, B-A-E, the willow. Back to E. Under the weeping willow, B7 tree. So she will know where I am we'd sleep. spaces E and stop. All right. There are 4 songs that you've already been able to play. Now we're going to look at a couple more things here. We're going to look at Will the Circle Be Unbroken. We're just going to do the chorus to that, starting on E. Will the circle be unbroken? Going to A. By and by, Lord, by and by. Back to E. There's a B7 in the sky, ending on E. And there you go. Talked about everything we've played so far has been in the key of E. We can use a combination of the shortcut capo and the regular capo to change our keys so that we can play with other people. So let's say a lot of times, like right now, we're in the key of E. That means when I play this chord, we're in the key of E. Now if I want to continue to play with just one finger like we've been doing, but let's say our friends that we're jamming with want to play in the key of G. Now what that means is we're going to move this capo around to get in the correct key that everybody's playing in. But when we move our capos, we're not going to change our finger positions. We're still going to play those same 3, 4, and 5 strings to make those chords that we need to match what the rest of the group is playing. So we're going to go to the key of G. And with the key of G, that's a very common key when you play with other people. We're going to take this shortcut capo. Now right now we're on the 2nd fret. Now if you look at that transpo capo positions, the first thing it says is key. We're going to look for the key of G. Then we're going to look over to the right and it says shortcut portion, which it should say position. Shortcut position, you're going to put it down on the 5th fret. Well, we're already on 2. This is going to be 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to let go of it right there. And it's going to play just like we've been using it. Now, but if I play it, doesn't sound very good right now. So to make it sound right, we're going to take the regular capo, and it says regular capo, we're going to put it on the 3rd fret. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to put it right here, and it's going to cover everything. So now this capo has become this part of the guitar. We've shortened the guitar neck now. So the guitar neck's a little shorter. But now listen to our, let me get this straightened up. Listen to our chord now. Now we're back to where we can use our 2nd finger on the 3, 4, and 5 string. We know it as E, B7, and A, but now it's actually going to be called a G, C, and a D. But we're not even going to worry about that particularly because we just want to make sure we're in the same key as all the other people playing. So if I were going to play Will the Circle now, I would start here. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. So now I can play that song with all my friends in the correct key, but I don't have to play all these chords that take more than one finger. Alright, you can do that in several other keys there, and I've added another sheet on there that shows you how to play out of the D and the A also. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you will enjoy picking around with this. You can do a lot of fun stuff. Now make sure you have subscribed to the email list so that I can send you things. I have all sorts of other cool songs that you can play using these capos and using just 1 or 2 fingers for your chords. So just be sure you subscribe and get the download of the songs, and you can also subscribe to keep up with anything that we do differently or new songs that we add on there, and hopefully I can always get some sort of video put up with it too. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Enjoy playing your partial capo and enjoy playing all your songs. Thank you so much for subscribing to my list.